Hi guys, welcome back to the SNOWcast. This is episode 2 of many more to come. We're going to do a quick register, make sure all the peoples are in attendance. So you've got myself, hello. Have we got Chris Lawrence?
Aye, we're in, mate.
Have we got Mark, Captain Rigby? I'm here, he says. Speak up, son. Speak up, don't be shy. And have we got Nylock?
Yeah.
Put the crayons down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a quick recap of what's been going on with snow this week. We've had all sorts of racing, all sorts of events. It's been very eventful. Mondays are generally a rest day for most people, maybe easy stuff, zone ones or something like that. But I know Colin rests on a Monday because he's racing pretty much every other day, the madman. But on Tuesday we had the ZRL races. What was it this week, Colin?
Oh,
it was TTT.
TTT.
It was not very nice, yes. TTT. Wednesday we had the snow race. I don't compete in that one, but did any of you guys do that one?
I was thinking about it, but after Tuesday, and then we had a ladder on Thursday. Just couldn't do it, but I will as soon as ZRL finishes. I'm going to jump into the snow race on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I very nearly did it. Looked at the course, decided no thanks. Then I looked at another race and I thought it was flat, and that one wasn't flat, and I didn't do that one either. And then I finally did the downtown Dolphin times 10 instead. But, yeah.
Did anybody do Thursdays?
The snow race. I think Mark's doing really well in it.
Yeah, we've got a few.
Are you, Mark?
We've got Mark doing well.
Getting there.
Steve Tilley's doing well in C.
Steve Tilley's involved. That's good because he's been in the background a bit. That's great. And on Thursday you had. I can't remember I don't know whether anybody did the TTT this week on the Thursday, but I know that there was a ladder race with the Solid crew. Yeah. Colin, how did that go?
Well, we won, so that was nice.
Yes.
But yeah, it's 30-25 we won. It was tough.
Didn't look easy.
The toughest start I've been in a ladder race, I must admit.
Hey, I tell you what, Colin, I think I've got some race footage of that. I'll just screen share it now and see if you can see what I recorded. Can you see this?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
There we go.
Lots of red.
So that's just before the start of the race. There's the start of the race.
Yeah.
Can you see what Knob did?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. That.
Good, isn't it?
Tutorial on how not to record OBS.
I think so. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how not to use OBS. I forgot to take off this window, so essentially. The entire race. I know. All the brilliant camera angles and everything that I did, I felt like Spielberg, and then I forgot to take off the thing. So, idiot. But never mind. I was
really well. To be fair, I was really pleased. Obviously, I got dropped after 10. So
well, it was 11 laps of Crit City Bell lap or something.
But yeah,
that's
they
horrible.
Went at the blocks really hard. You could probably, if you rewinded yours, you could see it. But there were some massive numbers. I've got it on here. Mike and Stewie did over 4.1, 4.2.
Yeah. Very strong.
30 minutes, so it was a tough race.
Well, we'll put some links to those races of proper footage that actually worked somewhere in this.
And mine is up there, yeah.
Yeah, great. The other race, Club Ladder race, was on Friday, but we'll come to that with a special guest very soon. I just wanted to talk about something that I have often had a problem with. One of the things on Zwift is when you come to the main menu. Can you see what I'm looking at, Chris? Yes?
Yep. So,
All right, so just in terms of the main menu, everybody should be familiar with this, all the different things going on. I'm assuming pits are the same. You might be setting it up differently or something. But on routes, when you get the 3 tabs at the top, obviously always Autopia's there. But the world schedule I hadn't noticed before, so you can see what's coming up. But in terms of just filtering them and routes, very useful to see all the green on the left-hand side of the routes you've completed. I've done all of mine pretty much, and I know Colin has. But there you go. If you didn't already know how to do that, all the filtering, very, very useful.
so you're saying you finished all of the current routes?
I have, yeah. So's Colin. I don't know whether Mark has. Have you not?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. Get a move on.
I never will, because I'm not doing the PRL full.
It's great, man.
I've done enough. I've done enough when I did the 100-mile TT last month, and I did the KISS 100 every now and then, and that's enough. Not doing PRL full. Can't bring myself to do Box Hill that many times.
Just do it over 2 days.
About 2.5 hours is about my limit.
Well, it's getting to be a bit more nicer outside. Still quite chilly up here in the old northeast, but we'll be outdoors again very soon if you're not already. It has been cold. Anyway, we're trying to keep this down to what, half an hour? I think last time we did about an hour. Yeah. So let's try and keep it, succinct and professional, as if we scripted it. We're going to go from the Zwift stuff in terms of the main menu and that to talk about and introduce our special guest, Colin. Although Colin is always a very special guest, he's not the special guest. Do you want to introduce our special guest, Colin?
Yeah, well, we have a special guest.
Let's bring her in.
I reckon she's the snow celebrity.
She is.
It's
very.
Hey, Tine.
Hello, guys.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Recovery after Friday.
Oh, it was a good race. Yeah, very good race. Strong race.
Very surprising race. Very surprising.
But yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
You didn't see it
I think we'll come to that in a bit. The race. I don't know what Cyrus wants to talk about the race first, or you want to talk about.
I don't really want to do any talking. Tina says, or has to say, and also from our very own Captain Mark Rigby of the Snow Springs, talk through a little bit about the tactics. I'm going to share the raw race footage now of the race. So you should see that. Is that okay?
Oh, good.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's reversed. Why is it reversed?
Only for you.
Oh, right. That's clever. Oh, it feels like I'm inside your PC. So anyway, Mark, you talk through that, dude.
Well,
what were we going to
do as well? So everyone will have seen the stats. So coming up to the match, we had a look. We had some very good watts per kilograms, light riders. So our tactic was, right, let's try and make it hurt from the off. So we sent Chris, or Tudor, as he's formerly known, and Nob tried to get them up the road. Hopefully not burn them out. I think they were probably expecting it because they were very keen on closing the gap. There was no gap forthcoming. So it was around about this point.
Bit further on, maybe.
A little bit up the road, I'd said, right, just knock it off and we'll wait. We'd already, at this point, you'll notice Monique had dropped off. We got notification of some tech issues as well. So we knocked the pace off and see if she would come back, but she lost power altogether.
Tina, what did you think of that start?
It was good. It was good, but I was kind of thinking this is going a little bit too fast for the ladies. But I knew it was going to settle after the little incline. But it started.
I think from my point of view, for that sort of race start, I'm not 20 years old, funnily enough. I need to warm up a lot more.
Well, you had 3 days warning for that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So it was at this point Monique wasn't coming back, so it was raced on from here.
There you go. Monique has tech issues. Two of them didn't.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, though, the watts didn't drop straight away. We all saw that she was putting in a good effort from the blocks.
Yeah.
It was only around about when we get halfway through this tunnel that a power goes to 0. So I don't know what actually was the tech issue.
Yeah, it was on and off. She's still doing 3.3 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was obviously some issue there that they were having.
All right. Let's we're forward. Move it on a bit.
Move it on to about 5 minutes 50. So we kept it tight here.
5 minutes. Well, there you go. Was that what you meant?
A little bit further.
A little bit further.
So
up the old.
The idea now was not to go daft up here, but try and take advantage of our weight on the downhill. So the instructions were to sit tight.
Wait, what are you saying, like? Yeah.
And then launch over the top and see if we could share a rider out or two. If not, at the very least, try and wear them down, ready for the comp where we suspected they would be going all in and try and put us into trouble.
Tina sitting in there with a squirrel hat on. How long have you had steering, Tina?
I had it for about 1.5 years now, and I really like it. I really like it. I don't use that steering that much in races, but when I do it, it's like, it's another experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very useful. So move on a bit to near the top.
Okay.
Oh,
there we go.
All right.
You had it there.
That's about to happen.
So the instruction, as soon as we hit the wooden boards, and then see what damage we can do.
Oh, ghost power up.
So we did get 3 riders away. Chris and Tina stayed with the group, and then the 3 riders, Chris, Lawrence, and Silas, pulled out about 10 seconds or so by the time we got to the volcano. And it was up to them. If they wanted to close that gap, they had to work for it, and they did in the end. Do you want to go on to?
I don't know about you, Silas, but at this point I was thinking I really need to get some recovery, but we also need to grow a gap, and it was just so.
Oh, I know.
Heart rate needs to come down before the volcano.
Yeah.
It's like,
I would say more than anything, that's what I'm. Not that I'm much at all, but as we're getting older a bit, I find it harder to recover after efforts like that. It just, like if they came through now and kept attacking, I'd just be, well, good luck. But we managed to hold on.
185, 190 heart rate at that point. I was like, I need to chill out a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, go again.
So as we get onto the volcano now, as suspected, you'll see shortly, Gonda will start coming through with Tina in very close attendance.
Yes, there they are. Look at the power they're doing. They're going down. Hey, how do I pronounce that, Tina? Yeah. Is it Heibor?
Heibor. I think it's Heibor. I think so.
I got it right eventually.
Yeah. I was really surprised because I knew where Gonda was going to go, but just because I raced them like once a week, so I know how strong they are on climbs. So it got me by surprise.
That they didn't go harder, or
no, that actually I got away.
Yeah,
that was surprising.
Yeah,
big numbers, but I wasn't sure I was gonna go away because I was sure I was gonna get dropped pretty much straight.
Oh, I was sure. Well, speak for myself. I'm pretty sure I was going to get dropped because we were expecting these girls to be with yourself as well, off and away, which you were with Gonda. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise. Halfway up the volcano, I was still there, and I'm like, "What am I still doing here?" Because I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. So
there was a few do we chase, and which we said no, just sit where you're at. You'll notice you jumped ahead at one point, but Chris Wadrup was about 4 seconds off the back. Little did we know at the time that he had a cunning plan, at which point resulted in another rider going.
Just got it. He comes back here. There he is.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to drop.
Femke is a strong rider. We knew she was. She got back in as well, but it made a nice little group going up to the top. And the next moment of note I actually haven't got at the
top of the volcano.
Top of the volcano. Tina attacked over the top, got a gap. I don't know how much of that was actually attack, Tina, or just to get up and over.
Yeah, I did attack just at the steepest part because I had to do it right then, so I have to push over, and I got a 2-second gap on the top, and it became 4 or 5 seconds, and then Colin just said push, and that's all I remember. And I'm like, it's over 7K to go.
At that point. I was kind of just shut up and let me ride at that point, but no, it was a brilliant attack, and you got 6 seconds over the top, and then Colin was on and picked a few key points on the descent, at which the attack can gain a few seconds.
And that was really good. That he said, okay, kick it on inclines, because I knew. I saw the 2 seconds come, and he said, "You get it 2 seconds every time you do it," and it was right. I got 2 seconds every time I did it.
I thought that Haber was going to attack and disappear off the front here, but she was behind when she reappeared.
Yeah. So if you throw your ghost on there like that, and then you don't attack, but say you do, Silas, would you still get the draft?
Oh, I don't know. What if after ghost person?
You think she's in front?
So she gets the draft off me. She must do, yeah.
That's a clever tactic.
Never thought about that. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen.
I did that on the top of the previous KOM. Not you called it before.
Jarvis.
On the Jarvis one, I actually put my ghost power up to use before the boards, because I thought if I do that, they'll think I'm going. That'll took them to the front for a few seconds, and then we had the advantage of sprinting through them.
Yeah. Where do you want it next month?
Ghost, and you can get you can wrapped up people. So but if you look in source, you don't see the ghost at all. Yeah.
You what, Mark?
Came down the volcano, back into Jarvis, kept the group nice and tight. We did, you can see on screen now, we did close the gap to Gonda to 2 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see her.
Yeah, we let her hang out. Because every time we got a little bit closer, she stepped on the pedals a little bit. So we left it out there. She was stuck in no man's land. We kept the group together, and Tina managed her effort fantastically from there and continued gap out all the way to the finish.
Yeah, you can just see Tina on the mini map up there. Yeah.
Under instruction there, just to sit in and wait for the finish. There's no need for us to force it at this point. No. So at 6 minutes 16, we see Tina go over the line with about 20 seconds in the end.
Yeah. We'll move it on a
Yeah,
bit.
that climb killed me in the end there. I was so afraid I would have a dropout or something. I just have to keep pushing.
You survived.
I survived. Even though heart still pissed me off.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Gonda took out as well. I mean, that was down to 2 seconds, and then she made it 23, I think.
I think I've got you crossing the line, Tina. Or just getting to it before I worry about losing my own view of myself. There you are. There she goes.
Yeah, I was pretty tired at the end there.
I bet you were. Well deserved. Well deserved. Awesome. I'm pretty sure that must be your best ever victory ever in the world of cycling history ever.
Yeah. It never happened before, and it's like an ITT for 7Ks. And I was pretty sure you was going to get me down on the volcano because I'm a lightweight, and you were in a group, so caught me by surprise.
And this is the final sprint. Again, we left it to the boards to attack as it went uphill.
Yeah.
And the sprinters finished it off.
Cosmic.
Behind, but it was watts over watts per kilo at that point.
There you go, Tina. There you are.
Yeah.
Top of the tree, but unfortunately with a heart rate dropout in the pen, we didn't get any heart rate recorded in race. Unofficially, Tina's the winner and clear winner. Unfortunately, it wasn't counted part of the stats, which is a shame. It was a really, really good effort. Really great race.
I think that was probably the best race I ever had.
Yes. That was the... Can you see the results there?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, so that was the critical thing for Crumb Ladder if you don't have a heart rate from the start, which unfortunately you'd had one in the warm-up, but then it dropped at the start and didn't reconnect. Just means you're going to have to return and go again, and we'll have to have round 3 against the Swift ladies.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them.
Bring it on. Good stuff. Colin, I believe you wanted to ask our special guest a few questions.
Well, we normally, and going forward, we will do this. We'll ask a few questions, get to know them a little bit better, I think. So, start off with the question that we normally ask is, well, actually, no, there's another question, because I'm confused, because I hear people call you, what do we call you? Is it Tine? Is it Tina? What are we calling you?
You can say, because my name is Tina, but it's difficult to pronounce, so you can just call me Tina. That's fine. I lived in the States. I have been called Tine before. Teeny, tiny. Tina is fine.
Tina's great. Okay. I just didn't those names that we just, like Silas, where we just can call you anything.
Well, he calls himself anything, doesn't he?
Yeah. So anyway, all right. So Tina, when did you start Swift?
I believe it was in August in 2017, I think, because I was going to do this mountain bike fondo, and I wanted to do a prep for it. So I bought myself a wheel-on trainer, and then I did that, and it kind of got addictive after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2017.
Of our longest members then on the Swift. Do you know how many miles or kilometers? I don't know. Do you work in miles or do you work in kilometers?
Kilometers, yeah. I just had to check. It's 50,000 something, 52, I think.
That's
Ooh.
So
I had to check. I think it's 52 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just this week.
A member of Snow. How did you find out about Snow?
When you started off doing the snow, like I know Dorothy and Sandra a little bit, so when they talked about it, I'm thinking, oh, I want to do sprinting. And I signed up on the page, and here I am.
So that's when you won the sprint series.
Yeah.
So you've been a sprint series winner. Like I think Silas, have you been a sprint series winner?
No.
Oh,
have I?
Anyway, I have. But anyway, let's go that okay, so in Zwift, if you're doing a workout or just going on for a ride, is there a course or a world that you'll choose? Which is your favourite one?
If I do workouts, I can do a lot of Tempest Fugit workouts because then I can have the even watts. But I do like Richmond. UCI courses, I like those. So that is like my favorite course, the Richmond UCI. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Punchy.
Well, yes, I'm not sure if I like that one, but what's your pre-race routine? Have you got one?
A pre-race routine is like getting home from work, having my oatmeal, then I have to do my my recovery boot session just for the warm up, and then I usually do some foam rolling, and then I'm ready to go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd always ask because I'm really in this, even though I'm not really technical or I'm really bad at it. I don't know what I'm doing. But what's your Zwift setup?
I have a kicker version 6, and I have my road bike on it, and then I used an Apple TV, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Is there a setup that you would really like?
Yeah, it is. I love my kicker, and it's so smooth, and I have everything I need on the screen. So Apple TV sucks a little bit, but it's an Apple TV with all the buttons, and that is what I do.
That's brilliant. One question that I can ask you that we can't ask any of us is, do you prefer racing in all female races, or do you like mixing up with the guys as well?
I can do both because the guys push me a lot, and that is something I can do in the women's races, because the things I learned from the mixed ones is easier for me to do in the women's. So it's getting easier, getting pushed in the men's, and then use that strength in the women's.
Yeah.
So I both getting pushed.
Tina, can I ask Tina what do you find is the main difference in sort of race styles between the mixed and the women only ones?
The mixed is more like a raw power kind of, and the women's is more tactics. They easy and just go all in for the segments, and it's all easy again. But I feel that the mixed is more like it's all out. It's like a long sprint.
Nice.
That is pretty much in the men's. It's big power all the way. Women's are just for the segments, and
Do you find that if they realise that you are a female, they get a bit annoyed when you beat them, or is that not a thing anymore?
No, that's not a thing anymore. No.
I get annoyed if Silas beats me, but that's something different.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you remember your first win? Obviously, the ladder race on Friday was not your first win, but can you remember your first win?
I can't first win, but I had to Google Zwift Power, and my first win was the serial race with the ladies. It was a playoffs race in 2022. It was a TTT, so that doesn't count. So I had to check a little bit more. And my second win, it was a tie. The Norwegian Cup, also in 2022. So we had this Norwegian Cup on a Wednesday, and I was racing B with a bunch of ladies, and I got tied, with one of the elite racers, actually. as it was called. So that was my first ever win in 2022.
Because on your Zwift profile, you've got the ZRL winners in, is it 22? 21?
Yeah, 22. Yeah, 2022.
Okay. Nice. Okay then. So if you could change one thing on Zwift that you could do, you could bring in, do anything with it, do you know what that would be? Have you got an idea that you want to change?
It's several things, but it's more like if I can do have like certain segments just for the sprinting and get my main competition to have that exact same segment and kind of race them. See the shadow kind of.
Okay. I want tandems. I do. I think tandem bikes would be brilliant.
Yeah.
We could have like five guys on a tandem. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Right.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Some questions.
Tandem PTT.
Just a quick answer. So give us the quickest answer. All right. Alp or the Epic Com?
What did you say now?
The Alp or the Epic Com? Which is your favourite?
Epic.
Okay. Would you do a ramp test or a full FTP?
Ramp test.
Or cheese or chocolate?
Oh, chocolate, no doubt. Chocolate.
Right, here's one for you. Confetti socks or fire socks?
Fire socks.
You see. Or ZRL or ladder racing?
Now it's kind of ladder racing because I think it's so much fun. It's completely different, and I love how the tactics are working in the ladder races. Yeah.
Yeah, I think ladder racing's really good for tactical awareness. You have to be really good on it. So I like ladder racing. I think it's together as well quite a lot.
Yeah. So for me right now it's ladder.
Yeah. Do you want to ask anything about us lot, or do you want to know anything about what we've been doing?
Yeah, I want to know how you guys got into like Swifting, and especially how you got into snow.
Me, I got into Swifting because I don't like the cold. So anything to get out of the cold, for me, that's perfect. And basically, I got into snow because of Jake. Jake was riding the herd, sweeping, and race a bit more, and that was how I got in. I don't know about the other guy.
That's cool.
Dan Andrews got me involved a long time ago as well.
Okay.
It's his fault.
His fault.
I like you, Tina, spotted the sprint series.
So Chris Lawrence has got Mark in.
Yes, right, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's his fault.
I didn't know.
Our local cycling club, we've got a few people who joined Snow via finding the old D-side Thistle sprint series, as it was called then.
Good. Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. Rest's history, and now we're doing that.
Well,
there you go, Tina.
Very much for
that's
question.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool to know how I got into it, because I didn't know that. I knew about Colin, and that was pretty much it.
I think we all a lot of us came from sort of herd wage, but to start with,
yeah,
lots of different backgrounds and stuff. Tina, thank you very much for joining us. You've been an absolute treasure, and it was superb watching you. It's a win is a win. We all know you won on Friday. Heart rate or not, it was all absolutely superb. So well done for that, and hopefully we'll race alongside you again. It will be an absolute pleasure.
Thanks.
But thank you very much for joining us. Oh,
I want to rematch against the Swift ladies, Mark.
Yeah. Well, actually, before you go, what course do you reckon what route would be a good one to race them on that's a bit more, I don't know. I mean, that loop in lava was good, but maybe a bit more open and for everyone.
Critcast the first time, which was flat.
Yeah.
We done really one, so yeah. What do you reckon, Tina? Which one do you think would work for us, but also be
that
quite
one?
challenging?
And I think Seaside Sprint would be good.
Okay.
Because you have the punch.
Yeah.
The S's rollers, yeah.
Island Loop would be a good one as well.
Oh, stop recommending Scotland courses, I hate. Breakaway Brave, horrible. I'm not Cox.
Ladies and gentlemen, hang on a second. Just before hang on. You what? Yeah. No, I'll read it. We've just got a letter from our subscriber. Who? Mr. J.S. Anderson. I'll read it out. It just says, please stop. Oh.
That can't be for us.
I don't know. It's weird writing. Just says, please stop. So on that note, could be blood. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to go. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you and good. Who else?
Well, from me, I'll say goodbye as well then. I'll go.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'll go. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again soon, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers, Tina.